Hey there, how's everybody doing today? This is Bruce. Welcome to the channel. Hope everybody's having a great start to their 2024. We appreciate you checking us out tonight. Um, I've been going pretty strong so far this year. Been picking up some deals left and right. Just keep running into these great deals. And um, really surprised. I don't know if people are just getting rid of their stuff or what's really going on, but some of these things you'll know, some of them you might not know. But I'm just telling you, I'm going to go over in this video stuff that I'm just putting together to either sell or add to my collection. So before we go any further, don't forget, like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. It really helps out the channel a lot. We're trying to get our membership up and really love for you guys to check us out all the time. So first comic that we found the other day, I'm putting together a little series. It's called Impulse. Never really knew much about the series, but I just looked it up one day after seeing a big run of them, and they do sell pretty good for a whole set. So I've been picking these up. I've got a lot of these I'm going to be selling soon. So I'm just adding to those every time I see them. Picked them up for $1.50. Here's another one that I find a lot, Witchblade. This whole series does really well also. So I've been picking those up, $1.50. Here you see some ROM back from probably the 80s. So this I actually used to collect when I was a kid. Gosh, early 80s maybe. So for $1.50 for these really good older books that I can add to my run, and I should be pretty close to completing this run. I mean, they probably have some value to them. I haven't looked up the whole set recently, but I do think it's starting to pick up in value. And a lot of these books that I've been finding also are newsstand versions, so that makes it even more of a sweet deal. Here we've got a War Machine. And here you see I found some more Impulse. Just adding to that series to resell. I've got a huge run of Alpha Flight. I have a really nice copy of #1. I don't know if the rest of the series has any value at all, but I figured since I've probably got almost up to 100 or more of a full run, I just keep adding to it whenever I find them, and they're always pretty cheap. Here we've got an X-Men, and that's going to be from the 90s, looks like. So definitely a good one to pick up anytime you can find it. Look at this one, Conan. It's number 54 for only $2. And it is really clean. Gosh, let me pay attention to what I'm doing. I'm sorry. It's got a little nick up there at the top. Another, I don't know what that is. I think that's just on the plastic. Man, that's all I see is that little nick up there. But that's a good one. Number 54, and then here we have number 74. Cover's a little rolled on that. That one's later, 176. But I was able to pick up a big run of those the other day, so I've just been adding to those. Never really collected Conan. West Coast Avengers. Every time I see these, I grab these. I've been accumulating a pretty big set of these. If you look at one of my videos I had not long ago, I went to an auction and I found, gosh, I think it was like 10, and they were key. It was a key issue. I found 10 of them, and I think they were like going for $150 near mint. Check this out, Captain America, Civil War. That's movie version for $2. I just found this in a bin the other day, and I like when I find these because I've got a whole collection of movie variants. Here's one that you might not have heard of, Wetworks. I think this is Image. Yeah, this is Image. So this is Wetworks #1. Again, if you look at my other videos, you may have seen where we did a clean out of a house and we found tons of comic books. One of the books I found was called Wetworks, and I was really surprised after looking it up that the books go for a decent amount of money. So every time I see these, they're always really cheap. I grab them. Youngblood, I haven't looked these up in a long time, but I feel like I saw a #1 that was signed by Rob Liefeld not long ago, and it was going for some pretty good money. I'm almost positive I have a #1, but here's #2 and 4. Omega Men, I collected these back in the day, and every time I see these I still grab them up. I don't know if any of them are worth money or if it's just the #2 with Lobo in it, but I always grab them up every time I get a chance. So there's that, and there's that one. Here's another Witchblade, #2, and that's Tales of the Witchblade. Here we have a 90s Silver Surfer, and it's a newsstand edition. It's pretty clean. I see a couple little spine ticks just looking at it, but nice book. This was another one I was surprised. When I did that clean out last summer, I ended up with a huge run of the Sergio Aragones Gru, and surprisingly this set was going for a decent amount of money. So I have almost all of them 1 through 50. So every time I see these, I still pick them up just to fill in any of the gaps. Here we've got another older X-Men from the 90s. Looks like pretty good shape. Vision and the Scarlet Witch, and that one's actually pretty decent also. Maybe a tiny spine tick on the left side, and it does have a bend up in the right corner, but I probably have that whole 12 issue limited edition set. These I just picked up, probably just to resell. I think there was 7 of these altogether, the Shaman series, but I found 4 of these in the wild. Grab those up. And Witchblade #18. Again, pretty good series to collect and flip. Witchblade and Tomb Raider. There's one of these that's worth some pretty good money. I don't know if it's this one or not, but this is #1. So probably a good one to pick up. Here's one. I kind of figured this one would be good. Xena from Topps. This was a TV show for those of you that don't know. And this girl, I figured since she was on the cover that it might be worth some money. And it's not worth a lot of money, but I think it's worth like $15 or something like that. But there's that. And I didn't look this up, but I think this is probably #1. The other one's probably the variant. I'm assuming this is just #1 regular. Witchblade collected editions. Didn't look it up. I just grabbed it. $3. Why not? Here's another Witchblade collected editions, #7. Age of Apocalypse. I don't think I was going to get that. It is a clean copy. Actually, I was going to get it. And I think this maybe sells for about $8 or 15, but it's in really good shape. So, and for a black cover, that's hard, obviously. Here's a 90s or 80s Fantastic Four. I have a whole run of these, so every time I see them, I grab those. Here's an Evil Ernie. Some of these you gotta watch out for because they're worth some money. I didn't look this one up, but I do see Lady Death in the background, so this one could have some value to it. So that's number 2, Evil Ernie Resurrection. Here's number 3. It's got Lady Death on the cover. And here's another Omega Man. Another Omega Man. Again, just adding to my series that I have. If I have these, I'll just replace them. Another Conan, number 127. And another West Coast Avengers. Actually, is there 2 of them? It seems like there might be 2 books in here, or else it's just thick. I'm not sure. It looks like there's 2 books in there, actually. I'll have to check that out again, so set that there. So that was the other day, and then on the same run, I came across these. And I don't know if any of you know anything about this series, but number 1 seems to have some value. I can't remember if it was like $75 or $150. Of course, that could have been graded. I don't remember, but it's a clean book. And I ended up picking up number 1, 2 number 4s. All of these in good shape. A number 3, a number 2, another number 3. So grabbed all those for $2 a piece, and those do have some value. And then I also came across, in really good shape, Mirage Studios presents Prime Slime. And this is number 1. This book also has some value. Again, I feel like it was $75 or $150. And I've got number 3 and number 2. And that's it. So 1, 2, and 3 of this one. This one has a little tiny stain right there, maybe a couple spine ticks on it. Number 3, I think number 1 was the one that had the most value. This one looks pretty clean just from glancing at it, but number 1 looks really, really good. And this was in a binder when I found it, so very pleasantly surprised. It looks really good. All right, so that's it for that. And then today I ended up picking these books up. And the first one that you'll see is Detective Comics, Batman and Batgirl, number 419. It's in good shape. It's in really good shape. Spine looks good. It's got a little problem there at the bottom, but the book looks really nice. It's a cool cover, and it's got Batman and Batgirl. So I grabbed that, and here we have, I like the old Aquamans. This is number 54. I just like the way they look. I like all those DC comics from way back. There's something about them. So that's a 15 center, number 54, black cover. Looks really nice. Spine's got some wear, but the cover overall is in good shape. Now these were neat. I hadn't seen these. I've heard about, or I'm sure all of you have heard about the Fantastic Four #1 record, second print, and like Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man #1 with the records on them for the second prints. So I was pleasantly surprised today to find these, and I don't really know much about them, but I did go ahead and get them. I see this is 1978, and it's a book and a record set. Looked pretty neat, so I grabbed it. This one still has the record in it. Check that out. Detective Comics, $5 for this book. And it's a Todd McFarlane cover. You guys know the value of these. $5 I paid for this book. I was trying to save that for last, but I accidentally left it in the middle of the pile. But it is a newsstand edition, and might have a little spine tick right there by the newsstand, and there could be like another one right there close to the bat wing. But for $5, looks really nice. Really happy to see that one. All right, and I ended up grabbing these. Some of these have value. I don't see them that much, but I do usually pass them up. Marvel Collector's Items Classics. I think they're reprints of various issues of Marvel Comics, but they are starting to gain a little momentum. So after seeing that and looking at this one, I decided to get it. There was a run of these, but I chose to get this one since it had the Fantastic Four and X-Men in it. Let's see here. This one's pretty cool. Batman and the Creeper, number 80, Brave and the Bold. It's in really good shape. Real clean looking cover. I did pay $20 for this one. It's really nice. And it's a Neal Adams cover from 1968. All right. And last one, Out in the Wild, Batman, number 423, Todd McFarlane cover. It's not a newsstand, unfortunately, but you guys know it does have some value. I haven't had a chance to really analyze it yet, but it looks like a really nice, clean book. Something that I will probably get graded and keep. That was one of the few that I didn't have in my series of Batman. I have like all the surrounding issues except for that one, so that was it's kind of weird how that works out sometimes. But that was a really, really good find. So I've been doing pretty good. So we've got the Batman, the Prime Slime. What was the other one I found? Oh, this other Batman. That was a good one. And then the Black Belt Hamsters, number 1, more so than the others. But some pretty good stuff. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you think I did good on some of these, let me know what you guys have found so far this year. And that's it for tonight. As always, thanks again for checking us out. We really appreciate you, and we'll see you soon. Don't forget, like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thank you.